An important skill for any researcher is the ability to review the work of others and evaluate the quality of their methods, results, and conclusion. Never take other people's conclusion at face value, and you should be able to determine for yourself whether their conclusions are justified based on the data presented. Critically examining what others have done has benefits. It will help you determine which ideas, research findings, and conclusion you should take seriously and which you can discredit or ignore. It will also help you reconcile inconsistent findings obtained in previous research studies and give you ideas about how you might improve your own research efforts. In today's video, we provide you with sort of a checklist that you can use in evaluating a research article that you might come across as part of your research or literature review. So let's get started. So the first idea I would say is that think about the source of the research article. In what journal or other source did you find the article? Was it reviewed by experts in the field before it was published, something called we call peer review? Or was the article in a refereed publication? How old is the article? On what basis is the author making the claims in the article? So think about the source. So more about the source. So whether the source is a reputable journal or whether it is just a blog. So think about it from that perspective. Ask yourself, what is the research focus? Does the article have a stated research question or a problem? That is, can you determine the focus of the author's work? And does that focus in any way help you answer your research problem, or does it add any way to your knowledge which will help you to solve the research problem in hand? Now, certainly you shouldn't read only one or two articles and think you are done. Make sure you get used to looking for and reading new research reports, because for a researcher this is a lifelong effort. There are always new things to learn about a topic. The third thing you should think about is, does the article you have come across describe the collection of new data, or does it describe and synthesize previous studies in which data were collected? Either or is fine, but at the end of the day, that data or the findings, think about how it will help you and what kind of methodology was used. Was it the correct methodology to answer the research problem? So that will be helpful. At some point, you must be practical and think about the methods that was used in previous research. Can you adopt those methods, or would you go about it in a different way? The fourth point would be, think about, is the article well written? Is it logically organized? Is it easy to follow? Because logically well written articles demonstrate experience of the writers. So think about what could have been done to improve its organization and readability. Think about how you would have presented the information if you were writing this article. So this is how you look critically at an article. The fifth point would be, does the article contain a section that describes and integrates previous studies on the topic? In what ways is this previous work relevant to the research problem? So integrating previous studies shows that the researcher did a lot of work before coming to their conclusion. It also helps you identifying authors who have been working in this area, so you can read their work and include their work if you haven't already done so. The sixth point would be, if the author explained the procedures that were followed in the study. Were these procedures clear enough that you can repeat the work and get similar results? What additional information might be helpful or essential for you to replicate the study? Now, not always you will be able to replicate the study, but generally research should be what we call is generalizable or replicated. But there are types of research studies which cannot be replicated, especially if it has collected data for a very specific sample that doesn't exist anymore. So there is research like that. But because you are conducting a literature review to understand what work has been done in the past in your area of focus, you should be critically looking at the past research to see not only the good aspects but also the poor aspects. So of course, if you have found someone's research that cannot be replicated, you can mention it that you agree with their findings and conclusion, but the problem is that it cannot be replicated, so you are trying something new. That is how you justify why you are conducting research or why you are writing a particular research paper or thesis. Think about, if data was collected, can you describe how the data was collected, how they were analyzed? Do you agree with what was done? If you were the researcher, what additional things you might have done? Because a lot of people in past research papers, you will see that a lot of people, the methodology section becomes a weak section. People don't describe very well how it was done or what was done. And if it was not described very well, for example, even if they say they have collected data, but they have not described the sample of people whom they have collected, they have not described the demography or how they controlled for certain variables, then can you really rely on the data or even the findings or the correlation that they might have found between two variables? So the research should have been described very well. You can still include that research in your literature review, but then you have to highlight the flaws of that research. All right, so for example, if the sampling technique was not identified or described very well, you can identify that as a flaw of the previous research. In critically reviewing past research, you have to think about to what extent you agree with the author's interpretation and conclusion. If you do agree, why? If you do not agree, why not? The idea here is not to attack past research. The idea here is to be very objective. So you don't want to come across as a very negative person who's attacking other people's work. That's not the point of literature review. The point of literature review is to show that you have critically examined people's work, you have been very objective as a researcher, and you have only highlighting what is weaknesses of research and how you plan to address it, or whether you will continue with the same weaknesses and you agree with someone's work. Why do you disagree with someone's work? But do not be attacking, because being attacking in your writing style doesn't present very well as a researcher. You should be critical. Being critical means you have to be a very objective, unbiased observer. Finally, think about the entire article. What is for you the most important? What do you find most interesting? What were the strengths and the weaknesses of the article? Why will you remember the article in the future? So a good idea for you is, every time you read an article, make a quick summary or just write down a summary of every article which explains or discusses or addresses the points we have talked about today. So when you critically examine an article, you can critically examine the introduction or the research problem itself, the research question, the methodology section, how the findings were explained, and the discussion and conclusion. Write a summary of it. So keep that summary with you. So even when you're putting everything together, that summary will help you to write the paper in highlighting the strengths and the flaws of the research that you have evaluated to come to your own conclusion. So guys, I hope this was a useful video for you to be able to understand or use as a checklist on how to evaluate the past research. Let me know through comments and feedback what you thought about this video. I'll see you soon with my next video. Bye for now.